George is right behind the camera staring at me. I have to take a picture like he's like some kind of cameraman or something like that. Hopefully he won't move and I can get, yeah. Oh, he moved, but he was standing right behind the camera like a little cameraman kind of directing me. Oh, thank you so much. Do you guys have dogs who literally want to lick everything off of your face that you put on? Because that is what this guy does. I love you. Go on your bed, okay? Hey guys, what's going on? If you're new here, welcome. My name is BrittanyNichole, and today we're doing another Get Ready With Me in Natural Light video. So if you're new here, I like to do these videos. Well, I've only done one so far, but this is going to become a weekend series. This is so nice for me on Saturdays to get ready with you guys. It's like we're just sitting together in my living room, chit-chatting, getting ready, and I love that, and I think you guys like that as well. So anyway, I like to do these videos every once in a while because makeup in studio lighting does not always look the same in person. I learned that many, many years ago when I used to do makeup professionally. I focused on bridal makeup, but I also built my portfolio, so I do avant-garde shoots. I do anything I could possibly do to build my portfolio, and it was very difficult for me because you had to apply the makeup a lot heavier in person so it translates on camera, and that was difficult for me because I wanted it to look super pretty in person as well. George might pop up back there, by the way. I have 3 animals, 2 cats and dogs. There's going to be some sounds for this video. There's going to be the dog sounds, the cat sounds, and then I live off a busy street, so there's going to be some truck sounds. But anyway, it was difficult for me because I wanted my makeup to look just as pretty in person as it did on camera, which is why I ended up kind of focusing on bridal makeup, because you really had to balance the two, and I enjoyed that. So I like to do these videos because I want you guys to see what my makeup looks like when I'm walking out the door. Like I said, no lights here whatsoever. What you see is what you get with this one. So this is going to be a fun video because we're kind of doing like a shop my own stash / let's try some cool new products. So I have the new Alter Ego SAHARA palette. They sent this over last night, and I literally had to stop myself from playing with it last night because these are the most beautiful fall colors I've ever seen. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with Alter Ego, they do dupe high-end palettes. I think this is a dupe for a Natasha Denona palette, which is like $130, and this is $16. They also gave me a code for 10% off. I don't make any commissions on that at all. The code's just Brittany, BRITTANY. It's just for you guys to buy this palette. I love their formula. I know I'm gonna love this, but we're gonna play with it today and do a really cool, fun fall look. And then the rest of the makeup I haven't touched for a while from my stash, so I want to see if I still like it. So if that sounds like something you are interested in, go ahead and keep watching. Okay, so I've already done my skincare and primed my face. I tried this new Smashbox lightweight primer. I'll list it down below. It was just a little sample thing right here. I really liked how it felt. It kind of just felt like a moisturizer. It wasn't their primerizer. It was something else. It's not anything revolutionary, but I like it. So let's go in with an old favorite. This is the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation. I'm actually going with a friend in 45 minutes, so we're gonna have to do this one fast to go get dim sum in Chinatown, so I can kind of do my makeup today because I'm not just sitting at home with my cats and my dogs, which is usually what I'm doing and also what I genuinely like to do. But we're gonna kind of do something different. She's a fun friend too. She loves makeup and all that kind of beauty stuff as well. So I also picked up this new sponge from Wet n Wild at Walgreens. They finally are carrying the Wet n Wild sponges, which is something that I've really been wanting to try. I just haven't like placed an order on the Wet n Wild website. Normally I use a brush. I don't even know why I went in and did this with a sponge, but that's okay. It's fine. I don't need like a ton of coverage today. I did self-tan last night. I'll talk about that in a minute. But anyway, I've been wanting to try this, and this is now the 3rd day of playing with it, and I really do like it. It's a bit more stiff than like the Beauty Blender or that AOA sponge that I absolutely love. That's $1.55, but I like it. It's nice, and I like that it's really pointed, so you can really kind of get up there in the corner, so that's cool. But how fast does this foundation go on? I love this foundation so much, and it has SPF, and it just looks beautiful. I especially like it when I have my tan on, which like I said, I did yesterday. I used the Bondi Sands Express, so it's like 1 hour for light, 2 hours for medium, 3 hours for dark. I think I left it on for about 4 hours because I was working and I just had to wait until I was done working to shower, but I love that tan so much. It gives me the best looking tan I've ever had. It just looks healthy on me. A lot of times when I tan, I want to be really dark, which obviously does not look natural on me. So I just really like how this looks. It makes me feel a lot more confident. Gosh, this looks so good. I love this foundation. I need to get a move on though, because we got places to be. Okay, next up I'm grabbing the Maybelline Superstay Concealer. I used this in the video where I was recreating Gigi Hadid's makeup. This might be slightly light. I might have to go get something a little bit darker, or we're just gonna have a very highlighted look. But I used this in that video where I recreated Gigi's VMA look, and her makeup artist used that, and I loved this so much. And I used my finger the last time I went in with this, so let's hope that this works. I think this is gonna be a little too bright. Yeah, let me go grab a darker concealer because I cannot walk around like this. That took way longer to find than I thought it was going to, so I'm gonna try to move kind of fast here. I just grabbed my Too Faced concealer. I was looking for this concealer I have from JCat, but I can't find it, and that's like way too dark for me, so I thought it would be perfect, but oh well. Now I am setting this with my Ilya Soft Focus Powder. I wouldn't have done it if I was just using the concealer from Maybelline, because I found that that kind of set itself really nicely, but the Too Faced is a little too like emollient and shiny, so I do feel like I need to set that one just a little bit. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do brows, but I'm gonna fast forward through this because it's gonna take a while. I grabbed my Anastasia Brow Wiz. Ever since, again, from that Gigi video, I tried the Maybelline Ultra Slim Pencil. I have been absolutely hooked. So I haven't grabbed for this at all. I actually haven't grabbed for this for a very long time. So I just want to play with it and see if I like it. The reason I like the Maybelline one is because it is the perfect amount of emollient for me. So this one tends to be a little dry, and I think it dries out over time, and I have had this for probably 6 months or so. So just gonna see how I feel about this. All right, yep, still definitely love my Brow Wiz. That was really easy. It's definitely a little, like, it doesn't, I mean, I don't want to say it's less pigmented than the Maybelline. It just doesn't go on quite so heavy, which is kind of nice, especially if you're a beginner and you're not used to kind of playing with brow pencils like that, and you go in too heavy. This is just, by the way, my Benefit 24-hour brow set, which I absolutely love. So anyway, I still love the Anastasia. I still love the Maybelline as well. The Anastasia is a lot more expensive than the Maybelline, so your choice. I feel like I get questions every time I wear these earrings. These are from Target from like over a year ago. They kind of just remind me of like little fairy earrings, so I like to wear them when I have no other jewelry on. But let's go in and bronze. So I purchased this. This is probably expired, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I got this probably a year and a half ago, the Butter Collection palette in medium deep, and I did have a highlighter fallout when I got it, but that's okay. I was like trying to get George to get away from a dog, and I ended up dropping it, so my fault. But anyway, we're gonna go in with this bronzer and this blush. These are old favorites. I know they're good. I still use my butter bronzer all the time. I hope you guys just saw Theo jump from over the gate. That would have been so cute. Bronzer is one of those things in studio lighting that is very easy to go overboard with. So having the natural light, like, you really don't need a lot of bronzer in general, you know. There's Theo drinking his water, sorry. But anyway, bronzer is one of those things that you don't need to go in quite so heavy with, but lots of us do. It's just kind of one of those things that you're like, more, but you don't need it. Watch me come out of this with like a ton of bronzer everywhere. So the bronzer I used was the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in Deep Bronzer because I am tan, and then I'm using the blush in Vintage Rouge. I haven't used a butter blush in quite a while, but I know I used to love them. I don't feel like it's showing up in person that well or on camera. That's okay. I don't need to be like super blushed today, but I do remember these being really pigmented. I always hit the edges of my brush and blush. Can I ever just say blush and not brush? I always hit the edges of my blush and bronzer and then highlight just to make sure everything looks nice and natural, like it's coming from within rather than placed on top. Someone wanted to say hi, my little Halloween cat. He is such a mess. He just drank the water, as you guys could hear. Look at his face. What a little messy boy. Ugh, I love this little guy so much. He was such a runt when I got him. I wasn't even planning to get a cat. I took my friend, I'm sure I told you guys this story, but I took my friend to get a cat because she found a cat she wanted, a Persian, like literally the twin of Theo, and I couldn't not get him. He like went into my hands and just sat there. I'll put a picture up so you guys can see. Oh, what a baby. Oh, I love him so much. Okay, I picked this thing up at Target yesterday. It's the e.l.f. Glow Gleam Beam. I thought this looked so pretty and I had to get it. It was $10, which for e.l.f. is like kind of expensive, right? But I mean, makeup in general at the drugstore is just not cheap anymore. But this thing looks beautiful. There was a light one and a dark one. I went with the light one, but like, how stinking pretty is this? Oh my gosh. And I love that they have a light one and a dark one because highlights do not work for everyone in one palette. So I want to go in with one of these wavy pattern ones. It reminds me of those, like that NARS palette. You guys know what I'm talking about? They kind of had like a wavy pattern. So I'm gonna mix both these two right here. So we've got kind of a pinky and a goldie. I've been wanting to play with more pinky highlights. I don't normally go in with a pinky highlight, so let's see. I hate when I do that. I freaking hate when I do it, and I do it every time, but holy cow, pigmented. There was nothing on this brush. Really, really pretty. I put it like there first, which was bad. You should start back here because the most pigment is now right there, and that's too much for me, but we'll use our sponge. Really pretty though. All right, I'm gonna keep talking and we're gonna dip into the SAHARA palette from Alter Ego, which I am super excited about. So I'm just gonna kind of let my creative juices start flowing and create what I create. I really definitely want to use this Plains color though, this kind of like yellowy brown color, and yeah, we'll see where we go from there. Oof, look at that. That is that Plains yellow color. Beautiful. I love yellowy browny colors like this. So pretty. Okay, these I already knew because I have a bunch of Alter Ego palettes, but these colors are absolutely beautiful. No fallout with these mattes, at least. I don't even think I want to go in with a shimmer today. I just want to keep it matte, but freaking beautiful. It blows my mind how Alter Ego can make such a beautiful formula and still keep it super, super affordable. Now, I know some of you don't like dupe palettes, and that's okay. This is duping the Natasha Denona palette, one of them, but that's okay for me because I would never, at this point in my life, spend $130 on an eyeshadow palette just because eyeshadow isn't my most favorite thing in the world. So I don't know what got into me this week, but I'm going to go in with Fox, which is like a dark burgundy brown, and I'm going to kind of work that on the outer corner. But I don't know what got into me this week. I decided to completely like organize my entire house. I haven't tackled my bedroom yet because my bedroom closet, that's the only thing. My bedroom itself is always organized, but the closet is organized, but there's just a bunch of shit in there that I do not need, and for some reason I can't part with a lot of things in there just because like memories and stuff like that. So I ended up purchasing the Home Edit book at Target when I was like going to buy a bunch of boxes, and I read the entire thing in one night, and then I went ham on organizing, and I think it took about 2 days. I put a lot of stuff in storage. I got rid of probably 5 giant trash bags of things. Like, I don't know how I can accumulate so much junk. Like, because I do this about twice a year. I do this usually before spring, and then I'll do it around this time. And every time I have like a billion things to get rid of. I think it's because I keep telling myself like, oh no, you're going to use that. Oh no, like you need that, Brittany. You can't throw that away. What are you doing? You know what I mean? But then like the more it goes, I'm using Savannah now to kind of blend these two colors. The more like cuts I do, the more I realize like, okay, you don't need that. You haven't used it for the last 4 years. Like, get rid of it. I did that to my bathroom, to my pantry, to my laundry room, to my kitchen, to every room in this entire house. And it feels so good. I feel so much lighter. I feel so organized. I know it's gonna kind of like mess up a little bit over time, but I just feel so great about that. I love doing that before like the seasons change, basically twice a year, like I said, like right before spring and then usually right before winter. I organize my closet so I have all my scarves, and I can just see things a lot better now, which is nice because when winter comes, I'm always like scrambling to find things, and now I know where things are. So I'm super excited about that. I highly recommend getting the home edit book. It's a really, really easy read, and it just kind of like gives you ideas of what to do, where to put things, what you need, how to organize, what to tackle first. I like it a lot. So I think it was $12.99 at Target, something like that. So definitely a good buy. It has been a very long time since I've done an all matte eyeshadow look, so that is interesting for me to see. It's been a very long time. I'm just going to add a little bit of Jewel, which is a shimmery shade in the palette, to the inner corner here. Just to add something a little shimmery in here. This is a Sigma Smudge E21, and it is perfect. I always struggle with brushes that are like tiny enough to get in there, and it is absolutely perfect. I also have a coupon code with Sigma. I think it's 10% off as well, and again, it's just BrittanyNichole. Let's quickly talk about Netflix while I do this. I just watched, and this might be old, but the Unabomber, I think it's called Manhunt Unabomber. It came up as recommended. 10 out of 10 recommend. That was such a good series. I absolutely loved it. Go watch that if you guys need a new Netflix recommendation. I feel like I'm constantly asking my friends, like, what do you recommend on Netflix? What should I watch? I blow through seasons like freaking crazy. I watched that in like 12 hours. It was so fast. I'm like sick. I will stay up until like 4 a.m. watching, but oh my gosh, it's so good. But now I'm done with it, and I think they'll be coming out with another season because it says just season 1. I don't know if it's going to be one of those things that's like a totally different story type of thing, like The Sinner or whatever, but let me know what you guys recommend down below because I now need a new recommendation. But I think I'm going to leave the eyes like this. I think I piled up a little too much color here. I like how this looks. I think I just piled up a little bit too much. I should have gone a little bit lighter with this. So let me just add a little bit more because that makes sense. Okay, my camera shut off because I was filming for an hour, which is embarrassing. But anyway, I'm going to have to do so much editing this video. Like I said, I just sit here and I talk to you guys like you're sitting in my living room with me, and I can just talk forever. So I'm going to go in with my Believe Beauty Long Lasting Eyeliner in Queen Mauve, and I'm going to line the lower lash line. Alright, so I want to try this new liner. Focallure sent me a little PR package. Thank you so much to them. I will leave a coupon code for them as well down below. I think that one is 25% off if you guys are interested. They have a really, really pretty palette that they sent me. I haven't played with that yet. We'll play with that in an upcoming video, but I do want to try this liner. It's a super fine liquid liner, and it really is super fine. Look at that. Don't focus on my face, Bish. There we go. See how fine that is? And that could be absolutely perfect for my little hoodies. So I'm gonna go ahead and line my eyes and see how this goes. Yep, that is definitely super fine. I think this is not felt tip. I think it's actually a brush. It took a second to get moving, which is why it's a little more pigmented up there. I think the ink just had to kind of get moving, but now that the ink is in there, it's super black, and I love how fine this is because I have like a double line of lashes, so it's really hard for me to get in there, but with this I was able to. So yes, love that. I did go ahead and wing it out a little bit. They're most definitely not even, but I am going to just set over that with the Mesa color in the Sahara palette. All right, I'm going to really quickly just set my face with my Catrice Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Spray. I haven't worn this in quite a while, so I'm just going to like to do that before I put on my mascara. Otherwise, my mascara always falls down. And for mascara, I'm actually going to go in today with the Maybelline Snapscara, which again was from that Gigi video I did, but right after that I got the Thrive Cosmetics mascara and I have not put that down. So I really did like the Snapscara, which is a lot more affordable, so I'm going to give that another try. Love, love, love this mascara. It is so good. It's so black. It's lengthening. It's separating. Go pick that up. You guys will love it. So let's finish this up. I know this has been a long video. Again, Focallure, however you say it, sent me a couple of lipsticks. This is called Old Rose. Oh shoot, that is a lot lighter than I thought it was going to look. I want something a little bit darker. Let's see what this one is. Chestnut. That might be a little bit better. I guess let's try it. So you guys know that I'm not big into matte lips, or matte liquid lipstick. So let's just see here. I mean, the color is pretty. Look who else came to join us. This is my Stanny Monk. He likes to sit behind the camera usually, or in the sink, or in a turkey pan. Ugh, this is my firstborn and I love him. Hi, bud. You're a good boy, huh? Now you got to see all three animals. But anyway, I just went to change the camera battery because that died and then my iPad died, so then I had to grab my iPhone to connect. So anyway, it is time to end this video because I've been filming for way too long. But this is what everything is looking like. I really do like the formula of this liquid lipstick. It's really nice. This isn't the one I used. I used this one in Chestnut, and I also just dabbed slightly over it with this Essence Matte Velvet Lipstick in number 1. That's a truck or someone mowing their lawn or something like that. But this is what everything is looking like. I just want to get nice and close so you guys can see my skin. It still looks like skin. It's not like crazy full coverage or anything like that. It just looks healthy. This foundation is such a staple. I absolutely love it. I don't know what I would do without that foundation. Really liked the e.l.f. highlight palette a lot. I think this is really nice. Not the best packaging in the world, but that's fine for me. Love the Sahara palette. Where are you? There you are. Such a good palette. I think you guys will absolutely love it for fall. For $16, you cannot go wrong with this. I liked the liner a lot. I think that worked really well. What else did I use today? The Physicians Formula Butter Palette. I like this, but this is really bulky, so I think I might be donating. You know what? This is expired. I'm going to throw it away. This can't be donated. It just takes up a little too much space in my container. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any questions, as always, please let me know below. If you're interested in following me on Instagram, I will leave that right here. There are lots of pictures of my animals on my Instagram. That's like pretty much what my Instagram is now. And then some makeup and some skincare, of course, because that's also my life. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I love these videos. I just feel like I'm sitting with you in my living room getting ready together, and I think there's nothing more fun than that, especially on a lazy Saturday morning, even though it's not lazy because I need to go get dim sum with my friend like 30 minutes ago. So I hope to see you guys in the next one. Thanks again for watching. Bye bye.